I never thought I would end up in a small suburban town like this. I was used to the hustle and bustle of the city, but my job had brought me to this quiet and seemingly peaceful place. Little did I know, this town had a dark secret lurking beneath its charming facade. It all started when I stumbled upon a flyer for Poe's Carnival, a traveling fair that had just arrived in town. Being a lover of all things spooky and mysterious, I couldn't resist the opportunity to visit. The carnival was set up in an abandoned lot just outside of town, and it seemed to be the only source of entertainment in this otherwise dull place. As I walked through the carnival, taking in the sights and sounds of the creepy attractions, I came across a photo booth. It was unlike any photo booth I had ever seen before. The curtains were a deep red color, and there was a sign above the entrance that read, "The Photo Booth of Amontillado." Curiosity got the better of me, and I couldn't resist the urge to check it out. I stepped inside and was greeted by a man in a top hat and tails. He had a sinister smile on his face and a glint in his eye that made me uneasy. "Welcome to the photo booth of Amontillado," he said in a deep, ominous voice. "Are you ready for a truly unique experience?" I nodded, not knowing what to expect. He handed me a vintage-looking camera and instructed me to take a photo. As soon as I pressed the button, I felt a sudden chill in the air. The man took the camera from me and disappeared behind a curtain. After a few moments, he returned with a developed photo in his hand. But it wasn't just any photo. It was a picture of me, but with a dark figure standing behind me. I could feel my heart pounding in my chest as I looked at the photo in disbelief. The man handed me the photo and said, "You have been marked by the spirits of this town. They will follow you until you solve the mystery of Poe's Carnival." Before I could even process what he had said, the man disappeared into thin air. I stumbled out of the photo booth, my head spinning with confusion and fear. I knew I had to get to the bottom of this, but I had no idea where to start. As I made my way through the rest of the carnival, I couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. The dark figure from the photo seemed to be following me, its presence growing stronger with each step I took. Finally, I came across a tent that read, "The House of Usher." I had always been a fan of Poe's work, so I couldn't resist going inside. As soon as I entered, I was transported to a room that resembled the one from the story. It was then that I realized I was not just a spectator in this carnival, I was a part of it. The dark figure appeared in front of me, and I could feel its icy breath on my neck. It whispered, "You have trespassed in our town, and now you must pay the price." In a panic, I ran out of the tent and back towards the photo booth. I had to figure out how to break this curse and escape this carnival. I took one last look at the photo, and to my horror, the dark figure was now standing right behind me. With a sudden burst of courage, I reached out and ripped the photo in half. The dark figure let out a blood-curdling scream and disappeared into thin air. The carnival and all its eerie attractions vanished as well, leaving behind only an empty lot. I stumbled out of the lot, shaken and relieved that it was all over. As I walked back into town, I couldn't help but wonder what would have happened if I hadn't solved the mystery of Poe's Carnival. From that day on, I made sure to always listen to my instincts, especially when it came to anything that seemed too good to be true.